the MTN8 should be now called Orlando 8, boy.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
You know, and I think also Umanqoba benching Muthemba Zwane in the first leg wasn't a good decision, Mshan. You can't Zuma Sanganye has been moving mad there by the skills of Jana. So a lot of people, especially people who are non-Pirates fans, when they watch him and they see him doing all these things, they got him to mean. So I just wanted to know your opinion on him and what he does on the pitch. I saw. Would you have liked Ubangani Zungu?
Bro, to say. Big elephant in the room at the Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Liverpool, and it's slaughtered.
I hear got slaughtered there.
He needs to act, Ten Hag. But people who are Ten Hag out, I know they're already ready to be Ten Hag out, so you cannot change that.
But for me, I'm like, why are you Ten Hag in though? Like, what are you seeing to say Ten Hag in? Because that one of that game showed me we're not gonna win the league, boy. Like his decision making was shocking there. So I'm also gonna be watching the Bafana games this coming week. But yeah, no, I think let's pause the Premier League for now. And
please, we are suffering. It's not nice. We are suffering.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Everyone comes with different opinions, though. Then you're just like, who do you listen to?
Everyone is.
I was watching this other clip on the news there. Amachi, they're supposed to be analysts on this 2-point system, but I'm a piggy side. I'm like,
I also heard this other one in radio. I also couldn't understand. He was trying to explain, but I couldn't understand. So that's the Champions League through 2-point system. But let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the vibes. It's Matchday, full-time, full-tea, the Red Devils. And it is as follow 2 men up front. Is the voice for the fans, with us the fans. You can see he's rapping Buccaneers ever since. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
No, you know, boy, I'm rapping the biggest footballing institution in the country, boy.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, officially. Now it's officially the best footballing institution in the country.
If they won them 10-8 already.
Boy, I was listening to someone on TikTok there. He says the MTN8 should be now called Orlando 8, boy.
Oh, is it? Maybe so because we need Chiefs to be inside.
I can't be so weird to China. Chiefs is nowhere to be found. Just like Sundowns, it's no longer nowhere to be found. So, no, it's happy days there. But the happy people are back again, Mchara.
Now we'll talk about Sundowns in Luyawa. House is falling. But yeah, I think welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Matchday, full-time footy, the Red Devils and the Chiefs followers. First things first, bro. The Springboks.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Springboks.
All the time, China.
Shout out. They fought.
The Springboks are the one, boy.
National treasure.
Like, literally, in fact, to be down that score at halftime and coming back to win the game is insane, Vana.
I actually was watching that match at work, and then when I drove back, I thought it was over. I looked around like, halftime, when I got here,
it's Gayton, boy. Gayton was there on live TV telling people that this is South Africa.
Yeah, but shout out to Gayton Marquez, bro. He's working overtime.
Gayton is for the people, Gayton is always there, fine. And ever since he became minister, every single time South Africa is winning, boy.
I know.
The Olympics, rugby, all of those things, Mchana.
Can he become Minister of Kaizer Chiefs? Please, we need the winning now. Kaizer Chiefs side, bro. But yeah, let's talk about the M108. You watched the semi-final, Stellenbosch versus Mamelodi Sundowns, Pirates versus Cape Town City.
Yeah.
Is it Tinkler?
Yeah, Eric Tinkler.
Let's start with the Pirates one, bro, because you are here. And yeah.
So for me, I only watched the second half of the first leg. So I was I tell you.
Nah, let's go, bro. Let's go. Short game is the verdict. You know the vibes. Let's go.
I'm about to officially spring is here, Mchana.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It's summer. Right, but let's go. You said you started. You saw the.
Yeah, so I only saw the second half of the first leg, ne? And all I can say is, Society is a baller, father.
No, but
you.
Just to get in there, what impressed me the most, I like when the fans are there.
Hey, boy.
Look like there's a full Orlando Stadium, bro.
Yo.
And you have to be there to feel the atmosphere. So that's the thing that I wish I was there.
And
just
imagine,
for the atmosphere.
it was
It was the same day when Springboks played the All Blacks.
Exactly.
Springboks at the Ellis Park and Orlando Stadium. That's it's just a few kilometers away. Full this side.
Very close, bro.
Yeah.
But I think what I can commend the full capacity to is Joseph. Like ever since he got there, boy, parents fans have been happy, child.
As it should.
I'm telling you, like I was listening to the fans after the game when they were singing his name there, and he was just clapping there. They even did the cross thing. I'm like, this man feels like hope. And the thing is, you see, the vibes that I'm getting right now with Jose and the fans is the same vibes that I got when Jurgen Klopp went to Liverpool, boy. Like, it's just a perfect combination where the Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, when he went to Liverpool, he instantly clicked with the fans. And the thing is, as a manager, once you immediately click with the fans, the jobs becomes easier for you. Yeah, and you can tell who chose it. The 5 finals in 3 seasons.
But I think it's easier to connect with the fans if on the field the fans can see something. True. Every coach would like to connect with the fans, and I think they do to a certain capacity.
Yeah.
But like if you bring the results, even people who are not buying into, because when he came, they were calling him a plumber. But currently, there's no one who's going to come out and say, he's a plumber, because he brought the results. And with that, he has also brought in the support of the fans. And actually, if I watch Pirates, they play beautiful football, bro. If I watch Maswanganyi, I watch Talent Mbata, the youngster, Mufukeng, bro. I've never seen someone at his young age personal in South African football. They used to say Junior Kanye used to be like that at a young age, but I never watched him. But for his age, for what he's doing,
Mufukeng is incredible.
And the way Pirates play, they get the results, and it's also entertaining. And that's what's good for me for Pirates.
What's your opinion on, because a lot of people have been, especially for the past 2 games, Umasanganye has been moving mad there by the skills of China. So a lot of people, especially people who are non-Pirates fans, when they watch him and they see him doing all these things, they got onto him. So I just wanted to know your opinion on him and what he does on the pitch. Because for me personally, as a Pirates fan, I absolutely will love what he's doing, boy. Because the reality is football is about entertainment. And then now, if you look at the Premier League, it's too robotic, man. Players, there's no individual brilliance. It's just everyone is just there, this one's gonna pass to that one. No, the only time I saw individual brilliance was when Aston Villa was playing Arsenal, and that Rodgers guy was doing a massive.
Even there, but it was his individual brilliance. But
it's so when I see him doing that, and it's not like what he's doing is not effective. Sometimes he does it to eliminate players. But a lot of people who are not Pirates fans have been onto him. Good, our football is not going anywhere. We have people like him and stuff like that.
People always talk, bro.
I don't understand.
That's my opinion. People always talk, and for me, I don't see any problem with this game. He does it to eliminate players. Sometimes if it is not eliminating players, he does it to control the game, to bring everyone. He goes back just to settle the team down.
Yeah.
Or even if he's doing it for anything else, I personally love it.
You know?
And as we're talking, he's in the MTN 8 final. As we're talking, what more do you want? People also have double standards. I saw him doing it in the 2 games against Cape Town City. I also saw Vinicius doing it yesterday.
Exactly.
But when it's Vinicius, it's the Brazilian. He did the same thing, juggling the ball when there's no one. He did the same thing. When it's Vinicius, it's whoa. When it's Tito, it's something else. When it's Mahopa is Nkomo striker. When it's Haaland, he's a world class striker. It's double standards, bro. People are always going to talk. So if I was a Pirates fan, I wasn't going to give a damn about it. And if I was Tito, he must just continue entertaining us. We love it, bro. We love it.
Because the thing is, if he doesn't do that, then the stadium doesn't get
It's his game.
Because if even the fans that are on the stadium were singing his name, so you can see that's what the fans want.
It's a star, bro. What more do you want him to do?
What
more do you want him to do? And the team is winning.
It's winning.
The team is winning. And he's an integral part of the winning team.
Exactly.
So it's not like he's just doing skills. And even if he was doing skills, there are people who are doing skills and there's no end product. We still have the skills though. Because that's what we want to watch. We want to watch that kind of football. So our personal pro, I don't mind. They must continue entertaining us. We love it.
We love it. I think going back to the games, in the first leg, from what I hear, apparently we were the better team in the first half. I think we scored the goal in the first half also. The first leg.
Yeah, you were. I did watch
I didn't watch the game. I just saw the highlights.
Up until we scored the goal.
Yeah, up until we scored the goal. And then in the second half, I think Cape Town City. I heard a lot of people talking about Kamohelo Mokojo. Because in the first leg, we played a midfield of Mbata, Dlamini and Masangani. So then apparently people were saying Mukoch pocketed all 3 of them.
Nah, he scored them in the second half. Right, he scored them. It was him and I think there's I forgot his name. He's a young man who was playing on the right wing. Who scored the goal.
One he's a funny name, so
but he scored the goal.
I forgot what his name is.
He was cooling them.
He was cooking.
I was cooking. But I think the team, the way that Cape Town City played in the second
and I remember you mentioned it on the group there to say Cape Town City is cooking,
they were playing. And I think Pirates struggled. They were just unfortunate not to score the second goal. When they were on top. The second leg, no, I didn't watch anything there. Unfortunately,
you didn't watch
I didn't watch anything.
But I think what I can say about especially this current Orlando Pirates team is, you remember when we bought Usipo Chain, and I told you that this guy, the way he plays, he reminds me of Ronwen Williams when playing for Mamelodi Sundowns.
I did say he was very comfortable with the
very comfortable on the boy. And the thing is, we took him from I salute Pirate Scouts, boy, because they took him from, he was the 3rd goalkeeper for Chippa United, boy.
Is it?
And they went there and they located him and then they brought him in, fine. And ever since Ucho brought him into the team, like, I look at the partnership between Unda and Sesane. He makes it look so easy, boy, because both of them, Munda and Sesane, are very comfortable on the ball. And then if you look at Uchain, he's also very comfortable. And this season, what I've noticed about him, he has improved his game from last season. Like last season, he was good, but sometimes his passing was a bit off. Even his decision making, especially when it comes to whether to go long or go short. And he was making a lot of mistakes as well in terms of his goalkeeping saves and stuff. But ever since the season started, he's been brilliant, in fact. Even on that game, the reason why
he also made some crucial saves.
He made some crucial saves.
So apart from his ball playing skills, he's also a good shortstop.
Very, very good.
Can't say the same thing about Onana though. So I just had to go there. But continue, bro. Like it's eating me inside, bro.
Onana is shocking, man. You know Onana, boy, there? He's like literally ruining all the reputation for black goalkeepers.
Bro, Jackson is fighting for Africa. He's busy. But yeah, let's continue about MTN8, bro.
I think for me, I've been impressed and fine with Orlando Pirates, boy.
So you're taking the MTN8 again?
I think at this point we should. But remember when I said,
you did say that at some point,
luck is gonna give in, fun. And and I look at that Stellenbosch team and the way that they played against Sundowns, ne? They haven't conceded, especially in the MTN 8 so far.
Yeah.
And even their game when they played in the Confederations Cup, they didn't concede. So, and when you look at the way they play, they are a very dangerous team.
I know they're also very good.
Very good team. So, hey, that fight is gonna be very tricky, boy. It's gonna be very,
just announce the dates, then we'll be there. They must just announce the dates.
I think I saw, but the final is gonna be on the 5th of October.
5th of October.
Yeah, 5th of October. It's just that I don't know the actual venue, but they said it was gonna be on the 5th of October. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a very interesting game. But so far, I'm happy with Orlando Pirates and Fana. The one thing I've noticed though is Utabiso Munyane, ever since we signed that Van Rooyen guy, he's improved his game.
Yeah. I was watching him and I was thinking of your comments about him. No, it was very good.
I thought he was cooking on those 2 games.
I was very good. I saw him in the first game.
You Cheetah. So this is the reason why I was complaining, because Cheetah, I saw Uti has potential to do it, but it's just that maybe he knew Uta fuck. Even if I don't play well, there's no one better than me. So I'm just gonna continue being in the team. But after we signed, much like I think what's happening to Salah now, after they signed that Chiesa guy, I think he saw good. Hey, I think so a problem.
But Salah and Chiesa, bro. Salah has always been top, bro. Of course, Salah doesn't start the season on top, other than this season. But yeah, Salah was always going to catch fire.
But I think, I'm happy with Pirates and fine. I'm happy with Pirates.
Sundowns.
Hey, Sundowns.
What's happening in Sundowns?
Me, I'm loving what's happening to Sundowns. What's happening?
It has come to an end. Mr. Ten Hag did say, bro. It has come to an end,
boy.
But what do you think about what's happening? Because it looks like it's, from what I'm seeing on social media, people are saying it's more political than it is tactical. I don't know what that means, but maybe you can explain further.
Yeah, I think it is very, very political. I was watching an interview where Umanqoba was with Tebogo Mokoena.
Oh, I saw the expressions. Yeah, I saw the expressions.
So if you watch that and you analyze it, you can see there's nothing tactical about this whole thing.
Because it's just like the players are good.
Daughter, you don't become shit overnight.
And like that. And I'm not saying that shit like that. But for me, it looks like, from what I've seen, and I might be wrong, but from what I've seen, they're still creating a lot of chances. But it looks like what happened to Rulan when he was a Pirate, when the team was playing good.
Yeah.
And we were creating a lot of chances, but we're just not converting the chances for some reason. And then if you're not getting the results, unfortunately, it's difficult.
Pela, imagine that Sundowns, they played 3 games. They haven't scored 1 goal, boy, in those 3 games.
They scored the same number of goals as Chiefs. Mamelodi Sundowns, that is. Shout out to Mangoba Paul.
And that club is going to the Club World Cup to represent South Africa.
They're going to get club.
But I think it's just sabotage, boy. Like, because if I think it's a bit of both. I think it's sabotage and Mangoba's tactics. Because when you listen to Sundowns fans, especially speaking about this current Mangoba team, you can see that Urulan had a huge influence on the Sundowns players and the way they play. Especially Abo Tebogo Mokoena, Marcelo Allende, Khuliso Mudau, Thembazwane even.
Yeah.
And I think also Umanqoba benching with Thembazwane in the first leg wasn't a good decision, Shan. You can't bench Thembazwane, boy.
For me, it was more the comments before he even benched him. Was the comment to say they only extended him his contract by 1 year because he needs to earn it. That was his comments. Before they even started playing the MTN, and you said he needs to be on his toes. That's like I'm paraphrasing, but that was what he was saying. To say they only extended it 1 year because we know players at that age, they need to be kept on their toes. But this is Thembazwane. How does it sit? And then you sit him on the bench. What about Lodge?
But I like, on a serious note, Lodge, boy.
I should be asking you. I should be asking you, bro. What is that?
Don't lodge over. Hey, we lodge. Hey,
I still go to get away from me, bro. But what you predict for Sundowns this season? Let's just talk about in general, because I tried to speak to Sundowns supporters that I know.
Yeah. No, there's not a lot of them there.
Yeah, no, there's just 4 or 5. But their judgment was, I think it was fair. I was looking for something maybe robust to say, we're going to lose. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
When Rulani came to Sundowns, they were also a bit skeptical because they used to beat.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And there were people, even to put it into context, there were Al Ali fans from South Africa, South African branch. Remember that? When people were supporting Pito more than the team because they felt like Pito had made the team and Rulani was just benefiting of the team. So the first few months, there were fans that were against Rulani because they were more attached to Pito and his team.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard so far, it feels like it's the same thing from the Sundowns fans that I've talked to say, it's going to happen. The quality is still there on Sundowns. It's still the same management in terms of top management. Still the same, and people did the same thing when Rulani came in. There's still going to be some instabilities a little bit when Mangoba comes in because other people will still be attached to Rulani. Yeah, but to be specific, I don't feel like there's going to be a drastic change in terms of the performance in the league. What's your view, therefore?
I think it's going to change in Fana because if you look at Rulani was very... he's a young coach. He was very revolutionary when it comes to his ideas of football.
Oh yeah, now
that's why when he came with this whole hybrid centre back stuff and
chameleon football, couldn't understand. And also there was a lot of passing. Personally, I couldn't see where the goals were going to come from, but that's why I'm not a coach. So.
So and I think for Bona, they were properly coached, and I think they enjoyed, training under Rulani.
And also because the young coach,
they can relate.
Yeah, they can relate. Yeah. We're all watching the same football, bro.
Exactly.
Everyone watches Manchester City, the Premier League. So
I think for Bona, it's like they are just underwhelmed by these guys. Especially, remember, Mangoba has been there.
Do you think it's pragmatic?
You understand? I think he is.
Yeah,
because when you look at Sundowns, especially for the past 2 games, the first leg, specifically in the first half, he was playing a lot of what do you call it? Crosses into the ball. No, crosses.
Just crosses.
When he put on that guy who is it Sales or Salis?
I'm not sure. The one they said
the one guy
that he missed. I don't know. It was more than a seater. That's a crawler. That's a crawler. I saw that miss, bro.
It's a crawler, So I don't know, how do you pronounce him? Is it Sales or Salis?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
You understand?
It's a new signing.
It's a new signing.
Yeah.
60 million, apparently 60 million signing.
I remember because one of the journalists on Twitter, they said, whatever, that they quoted the price tag and said, for example, 60 million striker misses a seat. And Sundowns fans are complaining to say, why are you quoting the price tag now? But you say he was playing crosses.
So he was playing crosses, Zubjita, and for the fact that that Salis guy instead of Shalulile was also another bad decision from him, because it's like you're playing Tebogo Mokoena, Marcelo Allende, and all of these guys, and these guys are used to playing with Shalulile. So if you put in Ushalulile there, Ushalulile at least is going to combine with those players. Even if maybe if it doesn't score, but it's going to create spaces for other people to score. But also, I think the reason why he's playing this guy ahead of him, maybe he has beef no Shalulile, just like he has beef no Tembazwan.
Yeah, but also the things that are happening in Sundowns currently, it does not help the situation. Because I saw when they subbed off Tebogo Mokoena for Shaolin in the second leg, because he was the captain. Then he was supposed to give the armband to Shaolin. Somehow he dropped it. Whether it was a mistake or not, whether it was a mistake or not, but that because it feels like you just threw the captain armband down there. Whether it's a mistake or it's not, but it doesn't help the situation. It just adds more fuel to the fire, to the rumors. Because now you are the captain and you are being taken off and you are not passing the captain armband to the next player. So it doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. But before we move to the Premier League, bro, I see Kevin, the Chief supporter, sent us a lucrative, that's a right word, man. A lucrative team list, new signings for Kaizer Chiefs. But as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, maybe I can start off this one. As a Kaizer Chiefs fan, the only time I saw Nabi playing was in the Toyota Cup where he got trashed 4-0. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing, but I think it was good to happen, especially in the preseason. Also looking at the caliber of the opponent that Kaizer Chiefs were playing. Just to show us perspective to see Kaizer Chiefs currently, they may have signed a good coach based on what he has achieved, but he won't work miracles. It doesn't come overnight. Still needs to work with the team. And 4-0, as painful as it is, but it was just a fair reflection, according to me, to where we are as a team. And coming to the league, I think
don't forget the 3-0 text.
That was behind closed doors, bro. We don't talk about that one. That was behind closed doors, bro. How do you know about that one? Even the 3-0. I think even the 3-0 because it's going to give him perspective to say.
So basically, you guys haven't scored a goal,
same as Sundowns, bro. But I think I'm excited to watch the Betway Premiership. I have to say
it looks like it's cooking, boy. I was even. As I was driving here, I was watching that the launch of the Betway. I'm seeing coaches there; they're getting makeup. I'm like, Betway Premiership is gonna be cooking.
It's the one. But I think I'm very excited about
the Kaizer Chiefs,
like the league as a whole, and also because it looks like we are not going to get the same league that we got Sundowns dominating. Whether it's Pirates or Stellenbosch or Cape Town, we just want something that is interesting.
Something exciting.
And for me, what would be more interesting is for Chiefs to just play. They mustn't be watched, bro. If they are competitive, that's good enough for a first season for me. It's like Enzo Maresca to Chelsea.
To Chelsea,
Just bring them back to a normal standard.
The league looks exciting, Van. The league looks exciting, and I think even in Orlando Pirates, I think we have a chance this season, boy.
It's your chance.
I think now it's either we do it or we die, boy, because of how unstable the whole league is. And especially how unstable Sundowns is right now. So I think we should capitalize on that. We just need to... The only issue Orlando Pirates has in the league is these small teams. Last season we were clubbed by Richards Bay twice.
And what's this club from Cape Town that got relegated twice? They threw the second one.
And then they trapped us. So most of the time... The reason why we don't win the league is because we struggle against the small teams.
And also because of Sundowns.
And also because of Sundowns.
Because they ran away with it.
They ran away with it. So I think if we can handle those teams, I think we have a good chance of winning the league. Because even, what do you call it? I think Cape Town City, with the squad that they have currently, they look like they're going to be in and around the top four. So for Stellenbosch now you can see what is a proper
team.
So it's gonna be in and around there. So but with Kaizer Chiefs, I was looking at the players that you guys have signed, I think Mongani Sam for me is a good signing for Kaizer Chiefs. Kanji Mongani Sam is a left back, ne?
He's a full back. I know this is a full back, but he was also signed to Pirates at some point.
Oh I remember. It's just that I can't remember if it was a left back or right back.
I can't recall.
I think regardless, it's just a good addition to your team. It's a good addition to your team. And I see Plum in wheel.
Plum is back from the United States of America, and I think. Personally, I think it's better than what we have.
Konji Plum is a midfielder.
Ne? He's a CM, plays number 6.
Yeah.
When he left there to America, it was he was one of the best players there
in the team.
Yeah, hence he had to leave.
To leave,
yeah. And when he's coming back, it's definitely better than everything that we've got.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure where Mtetwa fits in now because
Mtetwa ikoba
I zoned in Kabe, but hey. But I think it's a good addition, especially because he also knows the club, and I would say it's his club, bro. So he has the heart, and more than the heart, it's technically good. Let's not take anything away from him.
That guy Untwari, the goalkeeper from TX Galaxy, I think, he's a good addition to the team.
I think if we change the goalkeeper, that's like the first step because I'm not convinced with all the goalkeepers that choose him. Even Peterson, like it just seems like that era of Bo Akpeyi and who's that keeper that they signed and then he left. I'm not sure now, but he was playing for Marisbeck at that point. But Freeze or something.
Freeze.
So I think starting with the goalkeeper is a good signing. Bogani Sam is a good signing. It's unfortunate that he got injured when they were in Turkey. And then who else?
These players in injuries. These players are swag, father.
And then
these players are so swag, boy. Every time they're injured,
especially the new signings. I saw Merino also for say I got injured. I said, how, bro? Neni Euro same thing.
And these are huge injuries, though.
Like a long-term injury. Can you open the list there? Let's go through all the signings. I don't know all of the
boys are swag, boy.
The other signing that Chiefs made recently is Bradley Cross, I think, from Golden Arrows. I've never watched him play. But
even me. But
from what I see, because I just went through his previous teams, apparently he was also captain for Newcastle United under 23.
What position does he play?
He's a fullback.
Oh,
he's a fullback.
Yeah, but if he played for Newcastle
I just
under
hope
23,
he can cross, bro. I just hope he can cross the ball.
Hey, father, you need people who can cross the ball in the team. Hey, Chiefs players don't know how to cross the ball.
If you don't, because you can pose all the danger that you can on the wings or on the side, but if you can't cross the ball, then it's pointless. It doesn't make sense. So I'm also excited about him.
Cross,
and then it's also a few signings. Maybe just read them out. I'm not sure where.
So Mufia Krintwari,
that's the
goalkeeper, and then Bongani Sam. Then there's this guy Rashwin Totally.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he's a right back also. I think he's a right back as well. And then there's Inacio Miguel.
Where is Frost? Oh, I think Miguel is the defender that they signed from one of the African teams. I did see.
Oh, yeah. And then Gaston Serino.
Yeah, Serino is a Sundowns reject. We're waiting for Tebogo Mkwele and a few.
But I saw. Would you have liked Bongani Zungu?
Bro, it's the same. Zungu never played for Sundowns. To be fair, he never played for Sundowns. Although I would say this is better than the players that we have.
Yeah.
It shows that it's like the Sundowns. Like, I think we can get someone that can, not him, but someone that can do the role just like him. Not him, because he comes with a lot of wages. He's problematic. He's a big star, and currently we don't need big stars in the team. Chiefs need to realize where they are as a team. We don't need someone who's going to be a star when the team is down there. So,
and then it's Bradley Cross and then Jawulo Blom.
Yeah, then Blom. I think it's decent signings. Although my worry is that I don't see a striker, bro.
That's the thing I was about to say.
I don't see a striker, bro.
And if you can check, Kaizer Chiefs' problems is scoring goals.
It's a striker.
Because now you have who? Chiva Viro, ne?
Do we have him? I'm not sure if we have him.
Chiva Viro, who else?
Then we have Said.
Yo, father.
I don't see where the calls are going to come from, bro. But with that said, we can't solve all the problems in one transfer window. But the critical areas where you need to address, and I think striker is number one. Striker defense cannot go. You cannot pass a transfer window.
But we'll see. We'll see if Nabi is cooking. Coach, when is the first game? 17.
I'm not
14
sure.
September.
Yeah, but it's mid-September. It's mid-September.
Yeah, no. Let's see this first game if you be, because now Arana goal, so we don't even know how he plays, boy. So we're gonna have to wait and see for his first goal and see how he plays. But yeah, no, I think the Betway Premiership is gonna be cooking, fun. How much is the prize winner there for the league?
I'm not sure. I'll be lying. But what I saw that was interesting, they said they were going to, the trophy for the winner, they want to make it, it has to be consistent. They won't change it based on the sponsor, if that makes sense.
Oh, so they're gonna make a consistent trophy.
Yes.
Then
And
whoever sponsors,
it's going to outlive even the sponsorship whenever the Betway sponsorship
it's like
ends.
the Premier League trophy, ne?
Yeah. And what they said is that they're also going to basically they're going to source the winners from back then, as far as they can get the information, and they're going to
receive the same trophy.
Not necessarily receive it, but they're going to engrave their names on the trophy, so they're going to edit and so on and so on.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
We don't want to see the DSTV Premiership. That thing was terrible, bro. Terrible.
I don't think it was nonsense, but
I just hope that if they're saying it's going to live forever, it better be the one. Because imagine if they said the Betway Premiership trophy was living forever. The better be the one, too. But I think we've almost exhausted everything locally, bro. Big elephant in the room. At the Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Liverpool. And it's slaughtered.
I hear you got slaughtered there.
United 3-0 at the Old Trafford.
The theatre of
Salah,
dreams.
2 assists and a goal, and Luis Diaz 2 goals. Yeah, man.
Theatre of screams is back again, boy.
Bro. Shout out to Thames, it was right. Some of us are delusional here, so it helps to have someone who's level-headed a little bit. So yeah, that's what I can say.
You know when you said in the group,
I said we're winning, bro. I was very confident. I didn't understand how
confidence coming from, man. I'm very curious.
I didn't understand how a new Dutchman can, because a bald Dutchman, there's only one bald Dutchman that we know is Ten Hag. And I was just confident based on the fact that he has to bounce back, Ten Hag, and honestly, he has not necessarily faced a big team.
Yeah. So it was his first big test.
Yeah, but turns out didn't face a big team at all. So and it actually turned out how we played in the preseason, because we played him in the preseason. I think also slaughtered us 3-0 there. So
I just like to slaughter.
Yeah, so
he's also slaughtered to Arteta there. I'm like, hey, this man is too much.
So watch out. But just on the match, I'll have to start because this one is close to my heart. And as an analysis of the game, the result, yes, is important. But if you have to analyze the game, 2 mistakes, game done. Those were individual mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying without those mistakes we are going to win. But those mistakes killed us, because against a team like Liverpool, if you make mistakes like that, you are done.
Yeah.
I've seen people say, hey, but where was the fullback? Where was the defender?
Where was the fullback, man?
My understanding of football is this. If we have the ball, I am the CDM. You cannot have a straight back 4 because we are on the move, bro. We're on the move. We're anticipating you to make the good pass. You cannot then blame. If I make the Casemiro pass where I just pass the opponent, then you cannot blame the fullback because he was not expecting to be defending. If we are defending, yes, the recovery I can agree to say you must recover fast. But that's with a counter attack, but not a ball that goes straight from your CDM to the opponent.
Yes.
Then you are going to blame the fullback. Where was he? Because you also need him on the other side on the attacking. With that said as well, good fullbacks, they know when to make the run. You can't commit before you've made the pass.
To make the pass.
So, as much as I'm saying the fullback is justified not to be there at low, but hey, you need to have a good timing, especially if you have an understanding of the players. If, for example, you don't have a good passer that is having the ball in the 6, you cannot then make the run to be there because you know he's not going to be able to make the pass. So I think they just Manchester United players and the managers, they are hoping that Casemiro is still the same player that they signed.
Yeah.
And I think he's not.
Nah, he's not.
Because they are exposing him. By playing him lone in the 6th position, they're exposing him. It's much better to play a double pivot.
Double pivot, yeah.
But the way that they were playing, it was a clear 4-3-3, the way that they played. And he was alone there in the pivot, and it never worked out. He doesn't have the pace to recover, and also he was panicking. I think every time United lost the ball in the first half, it was him.
Yeah.
So that's my judgment. I think 3-0 is a fair result compared to the chance that they got, especially in the second half. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
I was fearing a 7
they were toying with you,
so
fine, especially in the second half. I'm like, yo.
So yeah, I think
yes.
And again, I think that's also the same comment I did with Chiefs. It's painful because it's Liverpool and it's our biggest rivals.
Yeah.
But you need some sort of hiding so that you can just evaluate where realistically you are. Because I would judge Ten Hag if he's going to play Casemiro next in that position in the next game. And I was happy that he made a substitution half time. So I think it's a fair judgment. He needs to act, Ten Hag. But people who are Ten Hag out, I know they're already ready to be Ten Hag out, so you cannot change that, bro.
But for me, I'm like, why are you Ten Hag in though? Like, what are you seeing to say Ten Hag in? Because even the video that with the comment that he made on that interview, you were literally played off the park by your rivals at home in your own ground. And then his response to that was that he has won more trophies.
He reiterated the comments to say after Pep it's him.
You know, but I'm like, okay, we understand, we hear you, Chad. We hear you.
Talk about the game.
Talk about the game. There's a video that I saw on Instagram, but we're gonna stick to the plan. So they asked,
and they made a lot of videos saying, just stick to the plan, stick to the plan.
But so what's the plan? So just stick to the plan, But you're like, Chief, what plan are we sticking to?
There's no plan, bro.
There's no. Yes, when you watch Man United, it's like you're just watching a team that has players being thrown on the pitch and just say, Nanza's born with Nanzajan. Because I don't understand when watching that game, for the first maybe 10 to 20 minutes, you guys were compact in terms of defense. You know, you were very compact. Liverpool had the ball. We were just containing them in the first half with that one out ball to Rashford to try and do something there at the front. But I think as soon as Casemiro made that mistake, and that's the thing also with Man United, is that once you go down, it's done.
You know. And
like it's
you'd rather keep it at 1-0 because after 1-0 it can go 2-0, 3-0, 4. It can go. Like I think we're playing with passengers. I think that's the first thing that I'll mention. A lot of players are letting us down.
But it is signings though.
I don't think Rashford is a signing. I might be wrong though. And I'm talking about players that are supposed to be exemplary. Amad Diallo, when he came on, did more than what Rashford did the whole game. To be fair.
Yeah. Also, that's a very questionable decision. Amad Diallo he's been your best player since pre-season ever, and also the start of. Why are you dropping him?
And I think
I don't understand. Also, it's questionable decisions.
It's easy to talk when you're here, but also I think the United job is a difficult one because as much as Rashford is not performing, if you are benching him in a game against Liverpool, for example, he played Rashford in that game. Rashford didn't perform, nothing. Rashford has 0 shot on targets. Ever since the league started. But we could have gotten the same results, the 3-0 hiding with Rashford on the bench. The comments were going to say, but why do you not play Rashford? So that's what I think that was his thinking as well, because he knows Rashford is not performing, but Rashford is a big player in the dressing room. We don't want to cause those types of upset. And you're hoping that he's going to perform at some point, as if you need to give him the minutes for him to perform at some point. And my point is, we have passengers in that team. And I was saying that the Manchester United back four, for a first time in a long time, it looks decent. And I was saying it looks
just
decent.
Give me the lights.
Just give me the lights. So I was saying it looks decent. Deliberate, not that they played decent, but the look, it's a different look. We have a Martinez, we have a De Ligt, we have a Mazrao, and then we have Dalot. it just looks different. It's a matter of them playing together and gaining confidence and actually playing good. But you cannot tell me that a defense of Lindelof and Maguire, which is what we've been subjected to all the years, even on paper, whereas then they've performed, it doesn't give you the confidence. The Ligt and Martinez and the Mazirao gives us that thing, because it gives the confidence. It's a different look. And if we go to the midfield, we have Kobe Mainoo. Didn't make a mistake for the third goal, but it's one player. I was thinking the previous years you couldn't name a player that an opposition or a rival will take from our hands.
The team,
But those players that I've mentioned, all okay, Onana aside, the back four, all the top teams in the Premier League would like to have a Dalot, would like to have Martinez, the Ligt, of course, and then not sure Mazrao, but it's not as bad as it's not as bad as Pisak in terms of who will want him.
Mazrao is a tricky one, because for me, like ever since I started watching him, normally when you have, let's say, a winger like Rashford, for instance, or Garnacho, or Ahmad, whoever, it's modern day wingers. You need someone who overlaps.
You need the width.
You need the width
so that he can cut inside.
So that he can cut inside, and then maybe remember right now, if you have a winger, you basically they double up on you, so it's the fullback plus the winger.
And if
so
the fullback is coming inside,
if the fullback is maybe it's overlapping, then when you can come inside, at least the other one can keep that one.
So
occupied.
right now it's currently our wingers are 1 on 2.
So all of your wingers, whether it's Rashford or
because Dalot does the same thing. No, I understand you.
So it's like okay, fine. The back four looks decent, but when you look at it proper on paper, it's like you have two fullbacks that both want to go inside the pitch. And then already inside the pitch, you have Casemiro, you have Mainoo, you have Bruno, you know? And then you also have Rashford who wants to cut in. You also have Ahmad who also wants to cut. So you're like, there's no width in the team, you know? And then you're like, maybe that's the reason why you guys don't create chances, because there's no one who's willing to make runs, especially on the byline, you know. So it's only one directional. You want to go through the middle, and you're like, there's no space in the middle. And if you look at your midfield, it's not mobile. It's very, very static.
Yeah, it's rigid.
It's very rigid.
It's based on like through balls, not necessarily intricate passing. It's not an Odegaard or
you know,
or not sure who else I can use, who controls the number 10 and gives and take. It's a fair take, bro. But for me, and again, that's why I was saying United is playing with passengers, because whether the wingers are overlapping or fullbacks are overlapping, you need people to finish the goals, and I don't see where the goals are coming from. And that's my problem, because we can create 2 or 3 chances. The thing with Liverpool, if you look at the second goal that Liverpool scored, that's not even it's a half chance. If that fell to Rashford, a Garnacho, and a Diallo, that's not a goal. And that's the difference. You need to put chances away so that you can gain the advantage and you gain confidence to play the way that you want to play. And for me, I think that's the difference. Where do you have wingers overlapping? If we don't have people that are converting the chances we'll never get to play the way that we're supposed to play, because we don't have any confidence. We don't have a lead to defend. And that's the thing. Rashford, if you remember when the first season, Ten Hag's first season, in almost all they have chances, even chances that are not there. Remember the one against Arsenal, where he just cut in and he put in inside the net, Rashford. You need stuff like, you need someone who's going to be clinical. You need at least 2 players that you can put in the FPL to say this one definitely is going to score. And with Liverpool,
I'm taking all of them out, the Man United players.
Please, I've done the same, bro. I've done the same.
I have no point, Farah.
So my point is, at the end of the day, you need clinical finishers. You can be intricate with your tactics, and goals gives you confidence. They give the person who's scoring the confidence. They also give the team something to defend. And that's what I've seen with Arsenal and all these other teams. Liverpool goals can come from anywhere. You know, if you have Diaz, you Salah, of course. Whether Jota, Gakpo, the goals are there. Even if it's dry, you can get a Trent and McAllister. They can chip in with the goals. Currently, I can't tell you the same thing about United. So I think it's difficult, but we need the goals to come from somewhere.
But the thing is, you first of all, you guys bought Højlund last season. It was like the second coming of Haaland. The second coming of Haaland. Now he's doing it. Where is he now?
No, he's injured. That's the thing. He's injured.
But why are your players always injured, yet? I don't understand. All of your players are always injured, boy.
I don't think it's necessarily all of our players, but we have a lean squad in terms of quality. Because even Haaland, if I say quality, at least someone that you can swap with Zix. But we like, for example, I know I'm saying, hey, Rashford this, but if Rashford were to get injured, or even much worse, in a worse position, same thing. Kobe Mainoo, if he had to get injured, or even in Ukate, we are back to like the same
square one, yeah.
Back to square one. So it's worse now. How do you start a season without a left back? Because also the reason why I expose on this, because Dalo is not a left back. He's not a left back.
Yes.
He started is good technically and he can play there. But how do you start a season as Manchester United without a
proper left back?
So it's all those problems you say. And if he were to get injured, we're back to square one.
Yes.
So
I think it goes back to that picture that Kevin sent on the group to say Umchita has spent 700 million pounds or whatever, but your squad looks worse than it was already, because now you're sitting there and you're like, what if Dalo gets injured? What if maybe Martinez gets injured? What if Mazraoui gets injured? What if Ugarte gets injured? You know, it's you, when you spend that money, you're supposed to get to a point where at least your squad is capable enough to say, if maybe Ugarte or Rashford gets injured, at least there's someone who can replace it. But now, if you look at your squad, if Rashford gets injured, you are fucked. If even Casemiro himself, if he were to get injured, you are fucked. Who do you bring in?
Last season.
That's what happened last season. Who do you bring in? Now, Cheetah, who's this guy? What did they call him? Mike Tommy, what did they call him?
Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They call him something, I'll remember.
Maxos. He has a lot of names.
So Cheetah now is gone. So if you can check, in midfield, you are very, very limited.
I know, we're very lean there.
Very lean.
We're very lean.
Lean.
To put into context, when Casemiro had to go out, that's fair.
Like,
but if you see who we got on there, he's a very then to be introduced to the Premier League at that level against Liverpool.
Dog.
I think he played well, but it was cruel, it was brutal, but it had to be done, unfortunately, and it shows the lack of options. But also, I think I have to agree with you with what you are saying, but what I don't agree with is how do you pin that to the manager?
But is this signings though?
No, but what my point is, you can say it is signings, but the fact that it's his signings has to tell you more about who's signing the players, because you cannot sign players for the manager. And I think what we've seen with this window, the Ineos first window, this one, is different, because you need to sign a certain profile of players, not the exact players. Because what has happened with all the players before, managers have come in and you sign any player to try and force them to them. Or if you're saying the manager's in charge, what's going to happen if the manager doesn't want the players? Or if you get rid of the manager, now you have left with the players. I cannot necessarily pin the signings to him per se, but it has been happening all along. I think this season Ten Hag has to perform, because they've given the players and it's a new board, and I'm taking that. But before, who else have we signed that has worked other than Bruno Fernandes? Who else? It has been the same. And when was the case with Mourinho, we said the same thing. Yeah, but how many signings has he made? He's not even won. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, same thing. They signed Maguire for him. Where is Maguire now? So you could have said the same thing before. And what happens is that the conversation always comes down to, let's fire the manager.
Yeah.
And every time. And I'm not saying Ten Hag maybe is our save or anything, but I'm saying even if you can get rid of Ten Hag today or tomorrow, we're still sitting with the same problems. Yeah. To be honest, if you don't give him the season to prove what is done, and at least it's going to be 3 years, which he has no excuse. But if it doesn't matter who you can get, you still need to deal with these players. How are you failing to offload Maguire? Sancho was holding the manager and the team. Renzo just went to Chelsea now. So we're dealing with a huge problem which is bigger than the manager. Yeah. And if the manager is calling the shot on who to sign, that's even a bigger problem.
No, but in this case, it looks like that's the case, in fact.
Yeah, I can definitely agree.
It looks like that's the case,
because he's got his probably is half of his highest team, bro. But I think we can talk about United up until bro. Chelsea, Crystal Palace.
Hey,
they said they were back. They said Chelsea are back, bro. They said Chelsea are back.
Hey, but the Premier League is shit. Fine, like if
no, but Premier League is what do they call it? It is the one, bro.
No, but if you look at I was watching Newcastle versus Spurs, and I'm like, these two teams are supposed to be battling for top 4, top 6. But the quality of football that I was watching, that was shocking.
I'm questioning Spurs. I know Newcastle, but I'm questioning Spurs.
You know, so at the same time that Chelsea Crystal Palace game was playing. And I watched the highlights. I saw Chelsea's first goal. It was a counter-attacking goal. Kopama to Jackson. Hey, I wonder if he had missed that one. I was going to say. But
also, if you look at that goal, he almost missed it because I'm not a footballer. I won't even claim to be one. But if they're crossing the ball from the right-hand side, you're supposed to use the left to put across. He used the right. If you use the right, you have a chance of the ball just slipping through your foot. And I think it was a weird technique, but at least he scored. But I think it was a weird technique for me.
He's such a shit footballer, boy. Even the way he kicked that ball, I'm like, daughter.
He used the wrong foot. He used the wrong foot. So
hey, fine. It's a clear goal. You're alone. This is the goal there, and you still use the wrong foot.
It made it look difficult,
but Unoni Madueke is cooking there by the right hand side.
I think it's a confidence player.
It's much more like Rashford tonight.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like players like Rashford. That's why Diallo and Garnacho. We know if you're trying to do, there is a possibility that you're going to lose the ball.
Yeah,
but at least try, because if you don't try. If you run there and then go back, then it means the defender just has to be present. Then you're not going to do anything. And Madueke, especially ever since he's been doing it, but ever since his hat-trick is more intentional now. And he knows when to take the shot and when to pass. Like that decision making, I think, is coming in there. So I think Chelsea are dead in terms of counter-attacking, but they have a lot of players. I'm still saying.
And the thing is, their defense is still shit, boy.
Yeah.
Because if you watch that game, but the goal from Eze, it was quality, boy.
People are calling for Enzo to be dropped, the captain. How are you calling for Enzo to drop Enzo?
But okay, fine. You remember when Sponga Rose Truly was here, and I asked you, Umchita, what is he good at, actually? I remember, I remember this. I asked you guys, okay, fine. I hear all the hype about Umchita. What is he actually good at?
Do you remember what you said? We said it's a World Cup win. No, but to be fair, I also mentioned that I think it's not necessarily number 10. Bro.
He's not like Umchita is just there, boy.
No, but
he's not a 6.
But he's a good passer, though.
Yeah, but every midfielder, if you're a midfielder, you have to be a good passer.
Casemiro.
Like if you how much is he value?
What?
Enzo?
I was more than 100. I heard this other comment. He say, but I was saying what team passes through the expensive Chelsea midfield, something like that. But yeah, they are milking it.
You understand? So you can't be that expensive, and we don't know what to actually.
But also it's a Benfica signing, but Benfica scams people.
Hey,
they've been scamming. They scammed with Joe Felix. They scammed with Darwin Núñez. They scammed with Enzo Fernandez. I'm sure there's a lot of players that I can't mention, but they in terms of scamming, their number is scamming.
No, they are proper. They
develop a player. The scamming that they are on is almost at the level of Dortmund.
Yeah. No, you are right.
The player is good enough for the league for the team, but if you export him, they're gone. And they make sure that they play one season or even a half, just like Enzo. He played for 6 months. Next thing, 100 million to chase.
And then the worst thing is that when he goes to the Copa America, Enzo, man, there's just a lot of things with him, Jay. But hey, Chelsea is a weird team, fine. Chelsea's a weird team.
I think Chelsea are going to struggle, bro, to be honest.
Yeah,
they're looking good in terms of how they want to play, but there's a lot of players.
If you fail to win against Crystal Palace on at home, then it means you're gonna have. And if you look at that team, that was Chelsea's best team on paper.
And also they're building from the 6-2. If you win 6-2, at least just get another win on the board.
And you're playing a Crystal Palace team
that is depleted.
It's depleted, boys.
They're still trying to find because. Okay, no, I think I'm talking about Brighton now, where they've been playing a different midfield every game. But also with Crystal Palace, this is not the best Crystal Palace.
Exactly, boy.
It's not the best Crystal Palace.
So, I'm here for it, Jana. Chelsea must suffer.
No, Chelsea must also suffer. Can't suffer 3-0 alone here. So, and then you already spoke about the Newcastle Tottenham.
Yeah, it was a shit game also, man. These teams, man, I don't understand, boy.
I was watching the Chelsea and the Newcastle one. I was just switching every 10 minutes or so. All those games were like, I couldn't really. They were just
low quality, man.
Low quality, especially if you're playing on Sunday, because we
did you see the first goal? No, not even for the first goal. The equalizer from Tottenham.
No, I didn't.
I thought it was a shocking own goal, boy. It was such a shocking old goal, boy. And I'm like, this is Premier League football.
How?
Like, that ball, if Umchida had left it, and it was going out, obviously just booted it off the rooftop.
Communication.
Fine. And you're like, these teams are so. Say James's Park is a Sunday, it's fully packed, and you're displaying this kind of football.
But I'm not convinced with Tottenham, bro. We talked about it in the last episode. I don't want to lay by it. But I just think. I wouldn't want to be a Spurs supporter because the standards are very low, bro.
The
standards are just very low for Spurs.
Dominic Solanke for 65 million.
He's injured now. Also, signing Solanke for 65 million pounds it's crime.
It's crime.
Criminality. No ways, bro.
Ivan Toney went for 40, boy. And they signed Solanke for 65.
It's criminality, bro.
Criminality, boy.
And also, what's worse that after all these signings, they don't expect anything. They don't expect a trophy. They don't expect top 4. I don't know what they expect, but there's no standards at Tottenham. They cannot definitely say, I don't know any Spurs fan, but they cannot definitely say that if it doesn't achieve this, it's gone.
It's gone,
It's unlike Bomatena to say, by Christmas it's gone, because as much as the standards have dropped, but there's still a standard at least. With Spurs, we don't know. So I wouldn't want to be a Spurs fan, but maybe that's why there's like few. And then City West Ham, Haaland doing his thing.
Boy.
One Pisaka inverted. I saw him inverted there. It was a good clip, but at the end of the play, so it couldn't cross, bro. I couldn't cross.
His main job, the one that he was paid for.
I couldn't cross, but
you couldn't. But like for me, I'm like, I just give City the league, man. Like there's no hope at this point.
I think Pep Guardiola must just leave, bro. And also getting Gundo back, that's like a cheat code, bro. But Mr. City's Premier League and then it's back. Because it's like that one player that knows how to win and how to win.
You know what the scary thing is?
They've played without Rodri.
That's the thing.
Imagine, bro. Imagine, bro.
That's what I wanted to say. Like they've been cooking teams, but Rodri, boy. Imagine when Rodri comes to the team.
Do you hear the comment from Pep?
Fine.
He said, for us, the preseason is officially over now. After the international break, the real season is starting. I'm thinking, how is this man saying the preseason is over after the first 3 games and the Manchester United season is over?
It's over.
Not even the preseason for United. The season is over. So I like Pep, but I think he must just leave now. I must just leave
because it's like they are still on second gear, man. They are popping teams around,
bro.
Like even that game, Musa Vino was not there. They were playing with Jack Grealish, Doku on the right hand side. You can see it's a shit team, man. They're still cooking them, fine.
Yeah, bro.
There's Bernardo Silva looks like he's possessed. Hey, fine.
Haaland is scoring hat-tricks. Kovacic in the absence of Rodri. Because that's what he did in the Chelsea game. That's what Rodri does. When the game is even, he just glides through 2 players and he shoots goal. That's what he did against Chelsea. So
fine. They must just give City the league, boy. Like, at this point, in fine, there's no hope.
I think let's end it, bro. Let's end it with the Arsenal one.
Yo,
We've kept it for last, but let's end it.
Yo,
how do you feel about the 1-1 draw?
I'm fine. Yo,
As an Arsenal fan, you should be celebrating.
so what am I celebrating?
1 point is better than nothing. Especially especially with the red card, bro.
Like you see that red card situation, it's that red card situation. It's very for me, I'm like to myself, why are you putting yourself in that position in the first place?
And then that's
For the referee to make a decision. Like it's yes, when I watched that game, the way Declan Rice was playing was so shit, and I could see. I'm telling you, I could see which this guy is a ticking time bomb, because first of all, he was trying too much to do something, and he was putting himself into unnecessary situations. And even when he got the first yellow card, I'm like, this one is gonna get sent off.
Because even that first yellow card, it was a yellow card, but it was borderline. It was erratic.
Exactly, yeah. It was erratic. So I'm like, Ndota, when are you gonna get sent off here? You understand? Fine. Football, you can get sent off. It's a football game. It's a Premier League match. You can get sent off.
But you can't set yourself up for
you can't set yourself. For me, it's like we're not playing well in that game. Like, even though we scored Havertz 29.
That was a good finish.
It's a good finish. It's a good finish. But I'm like, we're playing at home. We're playing Brighton, even though it's a difficult team. But just put them to bed when early, you know.
2-0.
2-0 at least first half. You know, okay, even if they come back second half 2-1, you can still thingy. But we're not playing well. And you could see we just need a striker and that. Like
unfortunately, transferring the skills,
that game, like it was screaming for a striker, because I'm like, yeah, we'll have it. It's just there, German giraffe, you know, like it just stresses me in fact. Yes, whenever
German giraffe.
Yo, whenever I see Havertz on the pitch, I just get stressed. No,
but
I'm just like,
I think, bro, sorry to cut you off, but I think you must first put your feelings aside a little bit and just acknowledge the work that is putting in the team, because as much as it's a German giraffe, as you're saying, but there's no one who's close to him in terms of converting. There's no one.
But the thing is, he's not consistent.
But there's no one else.
Know, the thing is, right? I would rather have an Ivan Toney who's problematic in the team,
but he converts.
But convert, just get us goals, mfana. You know, because that's the only thing we need in that team. Now we have a German Umchita, the second chance that he missed.
Hey, but
quality first touch, boy.
Yeah.
You know, quality first touch. The only thing that you need to do is just finish the chance. We win the game. Also, Arteta, boy. Like, yo, Arteta stresses me so much, I'm like, it's the 49th minute, of the second half. Declan Rice gets a red card. Fine, even it's a questionable red card. We can still debate that until Jesus comes back, whether it's a red card or not.
Screws on the cross.
Jesus is still on the cross, boy. But I'm like, fine. We're at home. We are 1-0 up. Declan Rice gets a red card. So you're telling me, when as a manager who's trying to win the league, who's trying to take the league away from Man City, you're bringing on a defender. You know what makes it worse? We have Ben White, centre back, Gabriel, centre back, Saliba, centre back, Timber, centre back.
Then you bring on another centre back.
So what are you trying to say? You say, when you want to defend from the 49th minute until the 90th minute.
And what was that they considered soon after that? So
the thing is, we considered before you even brought on Lucale Fiore.
And then you brought him after.
So I'm like, Ndota, you can still see Uguti, this guy has just scored. So, and then you're continuing with the substitution. You know, we had 5 defenders plus 1 defensive midfielder. So basically it means we had six defensive players.
And what was, I think, taking off Trossard was an outlet. But I can also say Martelli came in with the energy. But
but the thing is, Martinelli, fine, he needs service. Who's gonna service him? There's only Thomas Partey in midfield. Odegaard and I was off in that game. He was shit, actually.
got injured.
He even got injured. So now we are fucked. So it means now we don't have Odegaard. We don't have Declan Rice.
And also, we don't have Declan Rice for the next...
That's what I'm saying.
The London derby, because he's on the red.
Funny. How that game showed me we're not going to win the league, boy. Like, his decision-making was shocking there. You have Jorginho, you gave him a new deal.
But he's not.
Why are you not playing him? Like, his rationale behind substituting Trossard with Qualifiore is to get more
control.
Control how? When you have a midfielder.
Control California at left back.
You have a midfielder in Jorginho who you say when he's the master at controlling games. Instead of putting him in to control that game, you put in a defender.
But let's go, bro. Let's go. I think.
Right now, Arsenal is stressing me, boy. Like, I don't even want to lie.
You'd rather support Orlando Pirates.
I'd rather support Orlando Pirates because that's the only thing that makes sense right now. Arsenal doesn't make sense at all, boy. Like,
up the arse.
Yes. We are playing shit football. It's gonna be a long season, dot. It's gonna be a long season.
But shout out to Hansi Flick. Is doing what Hansi Flick is cooking. Hansi Flick is cooking.
Boy.
Hansi Flick is cooking. Also, shout out to our new Kemno. A small Kemno there. It's coming back to. Yeah, but I think Hansi Flick is doing exactly what he's playing youngsters, and Barcelona is not even playing. They don't even have all the first team players available. So, and to win like that, because you must not let the foot off the pedal. You must get used to winning. You must get used to winning emphatically. You must stretch teams so that even if you are not at your best, they must respect you just by being in the field. And that's what he's done. Rafinha is on form, and I think
Yamal is crazy right now.
Too much. Lewandowski is back to his standards. Frankie de Jong is not there, but I also saw who was playing in the midfield. The midfield was
that was youngsters.
Pedri, that is always cooking, and then we have two youngsters from the academy. Gavi is still not back. He was playing with Martinez on the back, and then Koundé is also cooking, and I think right back is his best position. He must never go back to full back. Koundé currently, even not currently, the last season or so, is a shout in terms of top right backs in Europe. He's a shout. So shout out to that. And then I also saw Mbappe manage to score double. So we can't do the 007 now on him. So, but shout out to him, and then Vinicius as well. Valverde is an engine, bro. Valverde is an engine. Do you see that assist? And that assist is just. It's one thing that you can point at. Valverde is that player that plays very well without even assist or anything. For me. So
but our Hansi Flick, in fact, I'm so pissed, dog.
Can't wait for the new Champions League. But I think you're right. If you had gotten Hansi Flick,
Hansi Flick. The thing is with him, he's a proper coach. Like, he knows how to coach players. You know. Like, and you can see Gustavo Rafinha, Yamal, even Lewandowski. They're getting proper coaching.
Yeah, no, I understand, bro.
They're getting proper coaching, so you can see the difference is made. And imagine when all of those players come back. We're about De Jong, Gavi, all of these players. Imagine, under his leadership.
Yeah, I know. I think we've got ourselves a good coach there, and also the minutes that is giving, because I was under the impression that he's an established coach that doesn't want to give minutes to young players. But has actually given minutes to players that I don't even know. And they are playing well, and he's grooming those players to be very good players. So
Barcelona is going to be problematic this season. I'm telling you. And the thing is, Umchita, he plays attacking football.
Yeah, he's not on the handbrake. He's not on the handbrake. He's not conservative at all, bro. He's not on the handbrake, bro.
And you need managers like that. People who are going to go for the kill. Manager Tina Spies, Arteta, now in December is going to be 5 years. Only one COVID Cup trophy, dog. Fine,
let's go, bro. Let's go.
Arsenal, fuck Arsenal, boy.
You're supposed to talk about the FPL, but I think I'm personally happy that it's the international break. We'll rest we need some rest for now, bro. As Manchester United fan, so I'm happy about that, and then we'll probably talk about the FPL in the next episode.
In the next episode, no stress.
But
it's been long now. It's been long, but it's been a good one. It's so happy to be back here. I've been having 2 rough weeks.
It's the employer, bro.
Hey, the employer is not the one.
It's not the one, bro. But it must earn your coins, bro. So, yeah.
But I'm happy to be back. Looking forward to the final of the MTN 8. I wish I can go, Mfana.
I also wish I can go.
I wish I can go, boy. Wherever it is,
bro.
But I heard the soccer city is a good the rumors are saying soccer city because it's been a while since we last had a final there at soccer city. So
probably would be. Yeah, it would be full. Especially because it's in Soweto. Yeah, I think so. But also Pirate fans, they don't
mind traveling, yeah.
And there's always Pirate fans almost everywhere.
Yeah. So looking forward to the final. And hey, I'm very curious to know what's gonna happen to Bafana since Rulani has left that Sundowns team, because I think him being there helped Bafana play the way they play. So I think now we're gonna see very how proper Hugo Bros is in the coming matches, because now these players don't have that influence Yaga Rulani anymore. So we'll see. Also, I'm very curious to see how Bafana gonna perform. But we need to go to the World Cup, Mfana. The way the African teams are currently, we need to go to the World Cup.
If we don't go now, hey.
If you don't go now,
it's 2050 or somewhere, bro. And also considering the team that we have, and the achievements that we've had in the last AFCON, to be specific, we definitely should qualify at least. So, but
it's a good squad that he put out. So I'm also gonna be watching the Bafana games this coming week. But I think let's pause the Premier League for now. And
please, we are suffering. It's not nice. We are suffering.
Yeah, but it's been a very interesting start to the season. Fine, it looks like it's gonna continue like that, boy.
Yeah, but I think let's go, boy. Signing out. Full-time food, the Red Devils and the Jesus followers.
Danko.
Catch us on Spotify. Danko. Catch us on TikTok. Catch us on Instagram. Catch us everywhere. Also catch us at stadium near you. MTN 8 final will be there. No matter what.
Danko.
Shout out to Mr. Yours truly. Shout out to Debs at the pastor. Shout out to all the bench warmers.
Danko.
We're gone. Danko.
Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.